Right. Hey, trendsetters. Now, something really spooked me out. Really, really, really good. I'm talking about really spooked me out, y'all. So y'all gonna really have to help me out. And I know that, I don't know. I just don't believe in coincidences. I think that there's a reason for everything. Now, if any of y'all recall, because I don't remember what video it was that I said this. And I was doing a reading. Of course, it had to be related to Chrisean Rock and any body of her ilk. But there was a surprising part that came about in the reading that would make somebody say, whoa. And it probably has something to do with the dramatics of what could occur in regards to what the cards was displaying. And I said, whoa, Vicky. Now, I'm sure I heard her name before. But when I said, whoa, and then I said, Vicky, it kind of did surprise me because I was like, damn, why did I say that? But I didn't go any further with it. Now all I see is whoa, Vicky everywhere. And not knowing that she was a part of Baddies and that she had the same type of script Chrisean has in regards to Jesus Loves You. Now, I don't know if she's still around. I do know that she was on Baddies East. I don't know if that had anything to do with it. I did see a video when Chrisean was trying to beat her up and stuff like that right there. When she said, Jesus loves you. I was like, whoa. And I'm telling you, that is so crazy that media, I'm just talking about, has a way to throwing back everything in your face. Every little thing that she did. And I'm telling you, they coming for her like, I don't know what. Now, things has been kind of quiet. In the last reading that we did, now, I don't know. We got to figure out why I said, well, Vicky. But things has been kind of quiet. Everybody's using the same information to make content. But we done seen these videos, y'all. Now, we do have other people that's bringing things from the past that's making their content a little bit more entertaining. You know who you are. But anyway, I've been hanging out by the door today waiting on these cars to come. I don't know why these people don't knock on the door when they leave a package. They just throw it, take a picture, and haul ass. So I had to stay by the door. Now, I got me a couple of stones on these cards. Now, I tell y'all all the time that I really like imaging. Now, this is the first deck, and it's what lies beneath. I just want to show y'all, because I think I got asked a couple of questions, and the first one is tired of drama, burning evidence. Looks like a pretty good deck, right? Got a lot of stuff in here, because I do have a crime deck, but it's all about, it's real dark. I'm talking about real dark, so I don't even use it. Matter of fact, I'm going to show it to you. Now, I'm not saying that I won't use it, but I haven't been using it because, come on. I don't even know where the heck is that. Matter of fact, let me see. Where the heck is that? That's crazy. But anyway, I look for it a little bit later. But anyway, I got a instant trying to change the energy on a card. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, the only way for the cards to get used to me, I gotta use them. I gotta use them. And so, one thing I did discover interesting was that Marsh is still, on set, I want to say. Now, I did hear this on, I think, Blonay's channel. Very, very, very thorough. I really do like the content. But anyway, she was in Marsh's chat, Chrisean, and she asked Marsh why she's not on her flight. Now, the last one, it was up in the air whether if she was going to leave or stay. Because the sun card came out and the fool card came out. Now, the fool card sometimes does suggest taking a leap of faith, but sometimes the fool is just a damn fool. It's on a cliff. Emphasis on the cliffhanger. But anyway, this is the next day. And I see all this funness. And it's this. And it's the threads of the soul. And this image really caught my eye. I had to change up my style of cards because of the types of readings that I'm doing now. I'm not really picking up on oh man. Like, it's a different style when you're really trying to advise somebody, even though you're going to tell them the truth in regards to what's going on in their energy. There is a way that you can utilize other cards to give them, some encouraging, routes that they can take. You know what I'm saying? All right. But anyway, we really trying to figure out what the hell is the end goal over here, because it looked like these people have made their choices for the most part. So we're just trying to dig into what the future lies without, any real advice being given. Now, of course, it does show up in their, if they're going to look at the reading, they can take it. But, are they really? Are they really? Now, let me see. Now, I do got some stones up here with my energy on it as well. Now, these are the ones that I really like. And just look at them. Replaying the breakup, with the video. And it got so many images on it, Toxic but familiar. I like it, These are the ones I really liked it. But anyway, we're going to use all of these for Marsh today. Alright? Just to see. What's she gonna do? Is she gonna get on the flight? Now, I don't know if this is good or bad. I want to say it's good because I would have thought that if Chrisean was drinking, that she would have been on the internet crashing out. Now, I don't know if she's with someone that's keeping her off the internet and away from alcohol and any other drugs. But shit, anybody heard from her? I ain't seen her. Where's she at, y'all? Where's she at? Because, child, you already know if she was, if she juiced up. Is she juiced up? Now let me see. I'm trying to. Alright, let me get him. Now I also want to say that y'all. Now we already know that the rock tards, the Tiffatars, and any other tards out there, they crashing out too, y'all. I'm talking about they crashing out. I'm talking about they reading the descriptions on videos. They ain't even looking at the videos and crashing out. I done had to cuss a couple out. I'm like, did you even read? You know what I'm saying? I mean, good God. I mean, Lord. Now, I actually did that video in regards to Lemmy. In regards to something going on beyond what's going on with him and Chrisean. And there's somebody commented on that video. I think they just actually looked at the thumbnail and looked at the description. But I said the CEO in trouble. And I didn't say anything about what he did to Chrisean. But yeah, even though I was talking about her in the video as well, I think that's a whole separate situation going on there. You know? Lemmy's life doesn't stop or start with Chrisean. I told you, his mother and father are pastors and preachers. Mega. I even seen Miss Sam talking about that he affiliated, the pastor and preacher affiliated with I don't even know if I want to even say that them people on my channel. I don't know, y'all. But anyway, another country. Shit, listen. But I see a tower. I see the Nine of Swords. And I do see community. And this could be the baddest community because it does represent reunions, get-togethers, celebrations. You know? Let me see. On this side. Now, I don't know who the hell that is. Is it Chrisean? And it's so crazy that it's 9. And we know that at 3 going there, how many times? 3 times. That's what they... Somebody said something about the divine 9? Listen, y'all. Something, but there's a tower here. But let me see. Now, of course, the only way Chrisean is really going to get herself together is to actually, you know, hit that rock bottom. She needs to be separated from everything. Now, somebody even suggested that I was crazy for suggesting separation. She's not stable to be around anybody. She's toxic to anybody she come in contact with. She's threatening life and death on these people, fool. And it's people like you that always think that prayer is going to change something. Yeah, see. Now, we got 4 swords and we got 8 of cups. Now, this does indicate, you know, shattered dreams. And maybe she's really contemplating that because contemplation did come up in the card. You know? You know, and sometimes that contemplation has a lot to do with, because even the 3 of Swords came up in her reading. Now, I'll pin that one to this one. You know, so you can actually go back and review it. But it was the 3 of Swords. I remember it. The first card. And it was in reverse. And it had unfinished business next to it. Now, this could be her walking away from Chrisean or walking away from that situation. But we're going to see when we get the other cards. Yeah, and see? Contemplation. The 12, the Hangman, is introspection. Same thing. We got the Ace of Swords. And we got the Knight of Pentacles. Now, the Ace of Swords does indicate clarity. And it's so crazy. I was just talking about that deck. Let me show it to y'all. Now, Spirit done gave us 2 cards to work with at the end over here. And damn. And they together. But I still don't know who if it's her or Chrisean. Now, either way, it's going to be somebody. You know, even though Chrisean is in this state right now, you know, going through a tower and stuff like that right there. If Marsh continue to stay, this will be her too, eventually. Because she's standing in the way of Chrisean's growth, taking accountability. You know. Yeah, she's standing in the way. It's just like when somebody's crying and somebody goes up to somebody and try to console them, pet them, to wash their tears away instead of letting them purge, and release. Now, is this the card? No, I don't know what I did with the cards. I thought that was them. Now, I was just about to show you. But I'm talking about when I say those cards are dangerous. They call the crime deck. And all these sell. That's crazy. Oh, here you go. Child. Yeah. But again, I don't think anything's by accident. I think they will have their time to be utilized. I've used them maybe twice. But see, it's like you got inside jobs, nasty disasters, and it's a lot of cards in here that depict, knives and, they ain't too bad, but I don't know. It seemed like every time I pulled on them, it was a knife. But anyway, I'm gonna have to, I'm hoping that we don't have to use them no time soon. Cause child, listen, messing around with this girl. But anyway, we're gonna start out with this one. Still on Marsh. Now, what's this Four of Swords about? Okay. Yeah. The fire trial. It says, what has recently tested your resilience? How have you emerged stronger? Because, they keep bringing about, Marsh. And I forget who else. I think it's Zio. A lot of people that she done crossed, I think they combined them all in one video. But this has something to do with that, Did she burn the bridges? I don't know. Is it bygones being bygones? But we gotta wait. And it's so crazy how this is why I love images. Because even though I'm putting it up here, it made me pay attention to, just think about, this is a bird's nest, is in a tree. This is a tree, and look at that. The fire, it's coming to get you, bitch. Yeah, and there's the labyrinth. And that talks about, the twists and turns. Sometimes it's a maze, and it's regarding life, and how to find your way out of difficult situations. And the Phoenix Rising. And, the Phoenix Rising, the Phoenix has, experienced the deepest parts of hell. And in this position, in her other reading, this said, face your demons, or they will face you. Or they'll deal with your demons, or they'll deal with you. And the same situation and to make it so bad. In any deck, the Phoenix Rising is usually the 9. It's like the 9 of Wands. And here we have the 8 of Cups. You know? And the 9 of Swords over here. So it does appear to be some type of transition taking place. And it says, what has been burned away, making space for something new? What transformations are you stepping into? You see? Because usually, even though it's shattered dreams back here, remember that the 8 is moving towards the 9, which is wish fulfillment. But sometimes the heart want what the heart wants, and we don't know, because I don't. Is she going towards Chrisean, or is that Chrisean? Because that's what we're talking about. Because it can go either way. What you gonna do, bitch? Now, I do like to say that if I was to use a deck of cards and use the Tower, you know, I do like this Tower because, you know, it even has, because we have introspection, it's the acorn, and it's Aries season, April, you know, it's a new beginning. It's really the new year. You know, spring is the actual new year. You got the acorn, you know, butterflies and stuff like that. Look at a groundhog right there, or a squirrel, or whatever it is. But anyway, that's it. Now there's a, you know, I'm just looking at all of these cards out here, and damn, wow. Can't make it up. It's a Tower. Are you isolating yourselves or feeling trapped? What is keeping you in this high place? And how might you climb down? And look what's on the bottom of the deck, y'all. The envious rival. Is comparison or jealousy affecting your self-worth? How can you redirect this energy towards self-growth? Yeah. And it's so crazy that they fucking both are water signs. It's like that. Now, even though I don't know if Marsh necessarily behaves in a way that Chrisean does, in regards to unaliving people and stuff like that right there, but it's her covering up that just make her just as bad. You know, it's just like, you know, being a driver in a getaway, you know, heist, and somebody lose their life. Yeah, you got to go to jail too. You know what I'm saying? But it's so crazy that they got videos going around as well. Marsha. now, when I thought about Chrisean spazzing out, it made me think about Carrie. You know, when somebody was leaving they was a little complacent about the blood signs, and when she was talking about Bloods and Crips, talking about, you know, the symbols and stuff like that, it made me think about Carrie, you know, when they were throwing the Tampa, and everybody's gonna laugh at you. Because somebody was mad that I was laughing. I don't care. You can't help but laugh. You never had a friend when y'all sitting up here talking about something crazy as this and you're laughing and you're talking. If you don't like laughing, you might be on the wrong channel, boo. They even suggested, why do I talk so much in a reading? Like, how else am I supposed to explain what's going on if I don't talk? Good God. When I say they spazzing out, y'all, they spazzing out. But anyway. That was hilarious. I'm like, what? I can't talk either. But anyway, let me see. Oh, we only used the one deck. We still got 2 more decks to go. This one and that one. All right, now this is wake, work, scroll, and repeat. Now this has something to do, what was she doing? Now this also says burnout cycle, routine, and collapse. Now I don't know, because this one again is like moving forward. We also got news here, the bell here. Let me see. And this fire trial, it really is giving me, holding people accountable. And just remember that the witches, Salem witches, that was the Christian Crusades. Now those witches that they were burning would be oracles, the high priest. It wasn't a good thing, y'all. That's what I'm trying to say. It was the people that was pushing Christianity that began to forge the Bible. But anyway, let me see. Can't sleep, overthinking, emotional, and overload. Now, I don't really necessarily know if it's now she might be experiencing some of that, because I guess she don't really want to betray her friend. And look at this, manifesting sleep, spiritual fatigue, wishful thinking, burnout, and nap. Again, more burnout. And I do believe that Chrisean, she been out here playing with spell work on everybody. That's why it's beating her ass. Now it making me think about another comment in regards to something that Chastity said in regards to Tareen. No, they was questioning somebody unaliving themselves. Now I heard Tareen say this directly out of her mouth, that when people put their mouth on her, I don't know why Christian people like to say that, but talk about her or whatever, they usually end up wanting to commit suicide. And it's so crazy that Chrisean was actually saying that, when she was packing her bags in a hotel room, she was hinting towards things like that. So I do believe that something was said in that regard, because how the hell Chastity knows? She all over there in another part of the damn world. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's why I said that I don't believe that that's her mom. It can't be. You know what I'm saying? I just can't think that, even though we know that moms could be that crazy. No, this is more of a big sister, I'll whoop your ass kind of deal right there. Yeah, something like that. But damn, I don't know about that. I think this is just, how you bark, you bad, and sometimes you want that bark to be, but not necessarily something you want people to do. I don't know, but the whole family is crazy, so I don't put nothing past them. She might really want her to take herself out, because I know for a fact that Chrisean want Taziki gone, probably more than Tareen. And that's because of baddies. And it's because of how she treated her when she was little. And I don't know if it had anything to do with licking on kitty cats or not. But one thing for sure is, how she abandoned her for a man. Alright? So if you can do that, and I'm your sister, your baby sister that needs help. Now, this is avoiding eye contact. And you know, sometimes the Phoenix rising, just like I said, it's the Nine of Wands. You know, you can look at it like that. It's very optimistic about the future. It understands boundaries. You know, it's scared. It's behind the gate. It's so crazy that that's the 8. But the 9, I wanted to show it to you. Yeah, the 9, you know, it's behind the gate. And this is don't look at me. And look, in the crowd. You know? Now, I don't know, it could be shame. But we are talking about Marsh and Chrisean, but, you know, it could be, you know, it could be Chrisean's shame, it could be Marsh's shame, you know. Ooh, I want to say that, yeah, I told you, and I think that Chrisean is actually going to make it easy for her to make this decision. Because this is being too much again. Rejection and overexpression and shame. I just told y'all that. And right here we have faking confidence again. You know? And it's like that bitch said, I am the network. I was like, girl, now I'm all for self-esteem, but girl, if that ain't scream narcissistic, I don't know what it is. And I always say that narcissism is overrated, but god darn. Talking about pray for her. Ain't no prayer for that fool. She need Linda Blair exorcist. And she might take a few of them out. Now here we got laughing through the pain. With the Tower. Huh. Humor is as a shield and a disguise. Right here with the Tower. And the 9 of Swords. Can't sleep, might spiral. Again, another crash out. Anxiety or just too much. Yeah, I see a real crash out. You know what I get from this? Voices in her head. And when I say that if somebody has been put in a mental institution, maybe there is some prescriptions that have been, you know, avoided. I mean, we can all see that the girl kind of needs something. Now, this is all for entertainment purposes, and I can't diagnose anybody or nothing like that. But something is definitely damn going on. You know, because this tower is just like crashing out as well. But I really don't believe that Taziki is safe around Chrisean. And I'm serious. And I'm not playing. I'm not playing. And look, she got a mask right here. You know, just like when she was walking into that club and she was waving. Could anybody, you couldn't see the cray-cray in her face? Like, hi? With that tooth out of her mouth, that shit ain't looking cute no more, is it? I don't know what's going on with it, but yeah. I don't know. the look is so different. It looks so strange to me. Yeah, but I think I'm gonna like these little cards. Now, of course, this is just the first time, so I can't wait till they tell what they gonna tell us, though. Oh, all right, let me see. And I guess I'm gonna use the tarot. Let's see the outcome. Yeah, and look at that. Getting played is like the puppet master. You know, playing on her heartstrings, all the crying and shit like that right there. That shit ain't. When I said everybody's gonna laugh at you, I know when she start crying like that, everybody was damn laughing because I was hollering. And I usually have sympathy and empathy for people, but all in that what she was crying about, it was no accountability. Look, ain't that her favorite word? Is that Wo Vicky? What she got to do with this? Why did Spirit make me say her name? It's crazy. I don't know. Red lipstick stains. And it's just making me, and I'm just looking at this right here, and it's making me think about somebody writing something on a mirror. And remember in the video that I did in regards to Lemmy, you know? And I was saying, let me go. And I didn't know that she was going to really be telling the people to let her get her ID so she can go. Oh my God. Let me see. What? Yeah, the hater came back out. Yeah. Avoiding eye contact. Yeah. I want to say that. I think that she's going to leave. I think that, I don't think Marsh is going to give up this. If she does, she a damn fool. She's a damn fool. Let me see. What is this? Knowing they fucked up. Now, I am really rooting for Marsh to do this. Not that I am a Marsh fan. Because I think that this is the only way that Chrisean is going to actually seek out that help. Or really get the help she needs. She do not want to be around her family. No, she don't. And I don't blame her. Because every time y'all together, it's some bullshit. It's so crazy. I hate nothing about you because, and I think that this is Marsh. But I think that she really, got to think about herself. But let me see what all of this is over here. Get in the room, and I said something in regards to that lipstick. Because I'm going to say a hotel room. Called pregnancy test. Somebody did say something about her being pregnant, and I said no pregnancy. Well, hell, we don't know. It fell out over here. Now we talking about Marsh. Because this can be her too. I mean, I guess she can get pregnant too. What? Well, I don't know. It's giving me, I don't know what this is giving me. It's giving me some man drama. And maybe they familiar. Oh, listen. One more card. Yeah. Tired of the drama. Yeah. That's the first card we seen. And insecure. I don't know. What the hell? This is crazy. Now I gotta fix this. Now why would you see that? My new card. Now maybe it want me to see this. And it says check yourself. Yeah. And I'm looking at depression. And these little tabs is really giving me prescriptions. It really is. But I'm gonna leave this on the top because I'm gonna fix that. But yeah, I don't know. It's giving me something about a guy. Because I even said Marsha. Yeah, there was a little something in regards to, guys really liking Marsha. Wasn't it? Shit, I think I've seen every episode of the Brady Bunch. But let me see what's going on, y'all. We're gonna use the tarot to close this out. Now, for the most part, I do believe that if she's able to take up that position on Baddie, I think she's gonna go for it. I don't want these. I want the other deck. Where they at, Spirit? Alright, let me use these because I don't feel like looking for them. But please tell me what's going on with Woe Vicky and why would that come up? I don't know why. Look, the Tower, the World card, the High Priestess, and I told you, it's psychosis. I think she hearing voices and bullshit like that right there. Yeah, midlife crisis, because 29, it sometimes represent, 29 on the I want to say in astrology represents, going back to zero. And you hear a lot of astrologers talking about if you got 29, it's that midlife crisis energy. It's temperance. Yeah, she need to temper the mind. But I'm telling you, the girl is about to spaz out, and I'm really concerned because she quiet. And this is major. Because look what's here. Look at this. And I'm talking about that spiritual ass whooping is whooping her ass. The word card, that's Mother Nature. That's Mars energy. That's structure. That's Saturn. That's authority. That's the Father. Mother, bitch. Right there with the trial by fire. Now she got 3 towers right here. There's a tower, and there's a tower. Now I already put it in one of my Marsh was on some type of live, and I told that bitch she was next. Why she think this shit is cute? I wonder if she tried to even reason with Chrisean not to do some of the shit that she do. I don't get it. I don't get it. She got 3 towers. And the tower came with the world card. Look. With the hater. The shattered dreams. The 5 of Wands. Yeah. And you see? This is the rumors and the gossip. This is the high priestess. I'm telling you. It's so much. That's why I was like, I don't understand. How the hell, it's one thing, for a group of people to experience your shame, point fingers and shit like that right there. Sometimes you can just move a whole new state. But when the whole world, and it's attached to your hip, I don't know how she ain't crashed out a long time ago. The girl pretty strong. Yeah. Now we got 5 cups here. Yeah. Is somebody gonna be in their feelings? Because 5 cups does equate to somebody being in their feelings. It will be her. It was all 3 of them. Now it's 2. But somebody gonna be left in their feelings. Yeah. Because this is on avoiding contact and haters. And I told you before this even happened that a long time ago that okay. Now I told you a long time ago that people are gonna be, offering her things. I think that she said she made up with Sky. I don't know if I heard that correctly or not. I don't know. Yeah, standing your ground on the tower. Yeah, it's a lot coming up against Marsh. Yeah, the weight of the world. And the magician is right there. Girl. Girl. Now, I'm looking at this over here because I do pay attention to the things at the bottom of the deck because it's usually what you don't see coming. But this is still waiting on a sign. She might actually be, this says enlightened for 4 hours, but I don't want to keep going. It's still waiting on a sign. Now, I don't know if she's waiting on a sign from the Most High or for a call from Marsh. Girl, I don't know what you're praying to, but no, it ain't got nothing for you, bitch. But anyway, can't sleep, my spiral. Yeah, because she's thinking about what, yeah, and look at the shapeshifter, right? Look at that, and there's 3 of them. I think. Now, I have never seen Marsh shapeshift, but definitely Sky and Chrisean. What communication? She waiting on it. Yeah, she waiting on it. Look, two aces. She waiting on it. She waiting. What are you waiting? What you gonna do? Is you gonna stay there? You gonna work on it, or what you gonna do? You gonna abandon me? I don't know why these people had this sick sense of a loyalty. Now here's the Eight of Cups and the wish fulfillment. But it came out together. I don't know. This does indicate walking away from what no longer serves you. Tired of the drama. Laughing through the pain. And look at the little wicked laugh on his face. Like with the last laugh. I think that Chrisean is actually going to do something to make it easier for her. Yeah. You see that? Look at that. And she was talking about her daddy. Now everybody wondered which daddy she talking about. The Sky Daddy, the Pastor Daddy, or the White Daddy. Because we know she ain't talking about the drunk daddy. Oh no. And forgive me for laughing. If you don't like laughing, leave. Alright? I don't understand why people come on channels like this. It's like you must like pain, or to engage in things that you don't necessarily find in comfort to your own little soul. There's a lot of pages out there that condone Chrisean crap. Find it. Find it. Find it. You want people that's always serious, don't laugh and shit like that. They're out there too. Trust me. Now we got the Hierophant on the world card and getting played. Yeah, and see, this is it's everything, because this is the Matrix card, but it's definitely baddies. It's definitely that belief system that she under. It's definitely blood and Crip. How the hell? There are two rivalries, so girl, I don't know. Maybe that's why she date Bloods and Crips. I told you, I don't know. And that 33, I don't know. Something is weird about this girl. I don't get it. Yeah. With the Hierophant. Girl, yeah. Now, we're not talking about Marsh. Is she stay? Yeah, with the deception. Let me see. Crossroads. 9. It's going to go back to 9, But this is decisions, deals, down here in the ethereal realm, you can talk to your higher self. You can deal with your demons and all that right there, You can manifest good and evil things. But let me say, I got to get the rest of the cards down here, because this is looking crazy as I look at this. And that's them. Either one of them, because Queen of Cups is them. King of Cups is just their action aspect. 4 of Cups. Somebody might be walking away from something. Going their own way. Because the 3 of Cups is here, Yeah, it might be going their own way. Root chakra, reboot, leadership, individuality. there's a high priestess right here on the tower and tired of the drama. Yeah, it's trying to really get her to deal with her shadows. You know, to come into alignment, because the Seven of Wands indicate each of these right here. Yeah. And they out of whack. That's her. Looking crazy as a motherfucker. No. I don't know what's up with Woe Vicky, but every time I look at these pictures, it really does give me her. What's she got to do with this? Where is she? There's the Nine of Wands. And there's the Two, which is a worldview, a choice. You know, there's two paths. One taking you closer to your destiny, and the other one taking you further away from it. You know? You see? The boundaries with clarity. Yeah, and look, balance. What goes around comes around. 22, master builder number. 222. You can be saying that, girl. But hold on, let me get this last card, and then I'm gonna look at what's down here. And I was thinking about somebody else that we can read on. Yeah, see the Three of Pentacles? And that's, you know, how you work. You work is about money. But then again, this is like walking away a tower, laughing through the pain. I don't know. Because and there's the past. Now, why it look like I told you it's something gonna have to happen to it's a tower coming for damn sure that's gonna make the ultimate decision. Now I don't know if it's gonna, I think it really is gonna be something that Chrisean does because of her own insecurity. Because Marsh was supposed to be on a flight or something like that right there. But there's some deception going on here. Because I'm just looking at all this right here in a row. You know, it's just so much going on. Now, we know that she was getting paid, you know, in increments. She didn't get, you know, the whole lump sum. Why they was holding her ID, I have no freaking idea. I don't even know if that is even legal. I mean, why would you have to hold anybody ID? That's crazy to me. I'm just wondering, did they have the entire cast ID or was it just her ID? The only time I think I have ever had my ID retrieved from me when I entered an established, I was an old folks home. But it was an apartment complex with my sister, but you know, older people. And the guard used to say, you have to leave your ID here at the booth. Now, other than that, I'm trying to think, why would you need anybody's ID? I don't get that. I don't get that. Now, I'm sure that we have some YouTube lawyers that's probably talking about it. I ain't seen nothing come across my screen though, you know, but I'm sure they probably is. But yeah. Yeah. I see something. Yeah. I really do see her being set up. It's a lot of. I'm talking about if Marsh, you gonna get it too. Just affiliation. Yep. If you don't make the decision to walk away from this. Now, I'm not saying that you have to stop being her friend, per se. But you can't be co-signing her bullshit. I don't think, yeah. Yeah. But, even if you, I don't know. I just don't think that, if you was to walk away from this for Chrisean, that people will view you as responsible. And who would the hell want to work with somebody that's irresponsible? You know? I don't know. But anyway, that's that. And we'll see.